So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. There's nothing quite like match day, especially... And a chance! Well, there's the clearance. No, he's not getting any further than that. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, France certainly produced some fine defenders in recent times, and this boy, Lenny Yoro, seems to be another superb prospect. Extremely confident on the ball. He has a wonderful passing range that allows him to bypass the high press, and he's the type of defender you can't do without.
Terrific header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Matheus Cunha really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Bruno Fernandes. Plays a sharp little ball here. Matheus Cunha. Can he finish? Oh, it's come off the upright. Spencer. He has found the way through. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, cracking. Sesto!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Quarter of an hour played. Out towards the flank. Now this could be a chance. He's being urged to shoot. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. That has been slung wide. Ahmad. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's Casemiro. Matheus Cunha. Chance for a shot! Goal! Japan! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Japan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Diogo Dalot. It's a searching pass. And he's there to clear it. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Tries to pass it through. It's a promising position. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Matthews Cunha! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Turns back here, probably the best option. Helig.
Japan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during...
Tries a shot! They've scored! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Japan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Takes a shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he was alert to it. And he's gone looking for safety.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And he's intervened well there. Casemiro. And it's half-time here. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Japan really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Japan ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. And we are back on the way. Knocks it out wide. Matthews Cunha.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Crossed it. Here's the header! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's having a shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Šeško has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Spencer. He's looking wide. Mazraoui did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's picked his way through. That is good strength. Big header! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Driving forward. Well, that's beautifully weighted. That is good alertness. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run.
Goes for a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's there to belt it away. It's gone out for a throw-in. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Brannigan, played out towards the right wing. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, played through for the wide man. Now who's going to be first to this? Brannigan. And that is as far as they're going to go. Spencer. Now, can they get him away? Shoots! Just cruising! They are cruising! And the lead is extended still further. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
A case now of complete control. And it's with the keeper. De Ligt. Diogo Dalot. And back to the keeper. Casemiro. De Ligt. And De Ligt. Casemiro. Mazraoui. De Ligt. All the way back. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And he's picked it up out wide. He is through here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That has ended up in no man's land. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. And he's managed to get rid. Spencer. Now that looks a decent ball. Spread neatly. Brannigan. Spread out to the left. Oxford have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
De Ligt.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Casemiro. Yoro. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And that will be it. Japan looking by any yardstick formidable, truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. Bruno Fernandes taking in the action. So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. We have already started here. Now there is the unmistakable figure of John O'Shea, one of the first names on the team sheet, always, Jim.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be a little biased here because he's from my hometown, but he's about as versatile and dependable as they come.
The ultimate unsung hero. Rooney. Drogba. Oh, important interception. Reinders. Arsenal with a chance to counter-attack now. And it's Alexander-Arnold. That's beautifully weighted. Pass is just off target. Ferdinand. To Azar. Bale. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Not the most accurate pass. McAllister. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. He's had it taken off him. Azar. Azar goes on a charge down the left. Beckham. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's O'Shea. He's got away. Drogba!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him.
Takes a shot! Goal! Arsenal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Arsenal have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Soboslai, and the shot! Oh, it's a stunning goal! About as smooth as it gets. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
So that's two now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's found a way through. Looking for the run. Soboslai, and he's certainly onside here. Wirtz is flagged offside.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
McAllister.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Reinders. Now, can they get him away? Adams cuts out the pass.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
pinches it off him.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for... Goes for a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, one moment you're in possession, and that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
And a quick reminder today, everybody, to make sure to put any litter in the bins provided.
And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't they're thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started.
I hope I don't seem biased towards my compatriot, but I really think John O'Shea could have a very big role to play here.
Listen, you don't win all the medals that he's won without doing something right, do you?
Exactly. And I think he's going to have a busy game covering all sorts of defensive positions, especially when the team's on the front foot. That's when his versatility really comes into its own.
Now it's Haaland. Ferdinand kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Vieira. Luis Suarez. There's the shot! Luis Suarez! It's a beauty!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Manchester United are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Just off target.
Rooney just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
And this is Rooney. And this is Rooney.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Van der Sar. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Referee's given a throw. Tries to play it through. Hazard with the delivery.
Manchester United are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Bale promptly onto that, and that is that. Van Dijk. And he's managed to get rid. Arsenal trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And he's managed to get free. He gets big. Yes! Manchester United are back on level terms. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Van der Sar gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Well, that is one way to stop him. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. He's picked his way through. Hazard with the delivery. Saliba is there, and he can get that clear. Bale is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. That pass isn't the best. It's a mighty effort! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get...
Tries a shot! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Quite a thriller this one's become. And it's Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! Goal! Arsenal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
He's got tall. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And he's been shifted off it. Cantona. And this is Tevez. Looking for options for movement. Great chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Vieira. Luis Suarez. That has not gone well. Hazard. Tevez. A probing pass. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he's gone looking for safety. It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely aimed pass. Nicely weighted ball. Darren Fletcher. And we've reached half-time. So we reached the halfway point.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Hello attendees, this is a lost children's announcement. Please keep your eyes on your children during the match.
There's the start of the second half.
Substitutions taking place.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Played in deep. Saliba attempts a clearance and reclaimed it in a trice. That has been slung wide. Bale puts them all in. Passes short and sharp. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Beckham! Oh, just wide.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
And here's Haaland.
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Now that's well seen too. And it's Rooney. And the pass is intercepted. Gerrard.
Manchester United have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
And he's got the beating. Big chance! Goal! Arsenal! Into the lead once more. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. It's Rooney! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Guardiola with the clearance. And that was nowhere near his best. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that's well done, really robust. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Rooney. Great defending, strong and determined. Gravenberch.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Can he get on the end of this? Bale's cross.
Manchester United really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Szoboszlai plays it in.
Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And here's Suarez. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Suarez. Arsenal finding their passes. Beckham. Good running, strong and purposeful. Good ball over the top. And he's certainly onside here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ferdinand. That's a good ball out wide. O'Shea is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And here's Cantona. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Beckham. Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Hoisted in. No way through, so back it comes. Gerrard! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And again. Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Azar. Now, can they get him away? Saliba is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Now it's Cantona.
There will be
Hazard.
3 minutes added time.
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. That is ended up in no man's land. Rooney is herring after that one. And time is up. Manchester United illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them. And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Tries to play it through. He's on it, can he get away? Goes for a shot! There it is!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
So smooth, a signature finish.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Yeah, that's exactly what they required, but they need to be careful now. That goal could serve as a wake-up goal for the hosts.
Xavi Simons picks it up out wide. Now it's Drogba. Not the most accurate pass. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's through here. This looks promising. Oh, that's neat. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? So a big chance now from 12 yards. So this to extend their lead. Oh, that's a brilliant save! It's loose and there's a... And again! Oh, it's taken a touch.
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Knocks it into space. Good take, and is he in? Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Manchester United presented with a golden opportunity here to increase the lead. Oh, he's hit the bar! And another try! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Bale looking to hit the byline here. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Haaland. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Scholes. Real chance! And it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
A case now of complete control.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Tries to pass it through. Beckham providing an outlet on that flank. Diving header! And he hits the net. And he is just ripping it up. Oh, super header, wonderfully acrobatic.
Well, it's very well played because it's so easy to get those wrong.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Things looking so easy, almost too... Robson! They've done it! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter!
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Cantona! Oh, there was plenty on that.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Cantona is onto this. He's in space and looking for options. Fired deep towards the back post. And we have our very first corner. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Time and again they are repelled. Great vision. Makalele. Deep cross. And a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now it's Drogba. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Could try cutting inside here. He is just caressing the ball. There's the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright.
Out of time.
Cleared without complication. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Makalele. And he's only too happy to take that back. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Manchester United really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Manchester United are looking awesome.
And
Going into half-time with a lead then that is surely insurmountable.
By the entrance gates. Thank you very much for your
And we're off again. Tanaka. Fernandez. Now it's Eze. Oh, that pass isn't the best. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Now, can they get him away? And this is... It's Drogba! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Xavi Simons. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's found support out wide. It's a promising position. That is ended up in no man's land. Takes a shot! It's in! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
They're still trying to make a game of this. There's the header! Oh, it needed better placement. Tanaka. Fernandez. Eze looking to play him in. And the through ball. He's picked his way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he cuts out the supply. And that is as far as they're going to go. And he welcomes it in. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he's picked it up out wide. Now what? He's got Saul! Not the worst header in the world, but nothing comes of it.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
And here's Beckham. Now there's... And the shot! He scores! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Manchester United are having a ball here. Van Dijk. Scholes takes control of it and he's on the move. Great chance! And it's in! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated. And things are much...
That's a foul, no two ways about it. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague and they look worried. Manchester United are down to 10 men. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. Certainly when...
Header! He's got a goal! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
How many? Just how many? Shot a goal! He has done it! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them. Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look...
Big header! It's there! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised. Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Nice bit of trickery, and he's managed to get free. Now it's Scholes. And he's straight offside. That's a risky ball. You've got... Could be danger here! Offside again. Plays a sharp little ball here. It's a promising position. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Has a look and place it forward. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Beckham taking charge of the dead ball. Keeper always had the measure of that. Manchester United can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Fernandes. And it's Makalele. Short changes him with that pass. Looking for options for movement. And he welcomes it in. Beckham. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Haaland. Haaland! Oh, denied at the last. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Decent chance! Oh, terrific save. Corner number 2 then. Eze with the short one. That has not gone well. Here's a chance! Keeper is right behind it. And it's made its way to him. Oh, that's fabulous.
That's good play from him.
6 added minutes has been
Poor
indicated.
robust challenge. Law, and it's Rooney. Beckham with the chance! It's in! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
And here's Eze. Xavi Simons receives it in a good position here. He's come in hard. And that's that. Perfect result,
I'd
perfect
like to draw your
outcome.
attention to the
A
screen
test
right now for
passed with
information.
flying... Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle.
I hope I don't seem biased towards my compatriot, but I really think John O'Shea could have a very big role to play here.
Listen, you don't win all the medals that he's won without doing something right, do you?
Exactly. And I think he's going to have a busy game, covering all sorts of defensive positions, especially when the team's on the front foot. That's when his versatility really comes into its own.
Tevez charging forward, the ball at his feet. That's a shade optimistic. Nicely shaped ball. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Rooney. Now it's Bale. He's picked his way through. And it's played it. He's got tall. And he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter.
Can he finish? Sticks it away! 2, and we've barely begun here. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
O'Shea, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Rooney wins the duel this time. Can he latch on to this? Manchester United are already cruising here. 2-0, a fabulous start. Best, and he's running, shapes to shoot! Oh, that's an own goal!
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's Foden. That is good. Really well taken goal. Oh, flags up, so that won't count.
Yeah, the referee hadn't spotted his assistant's raised flag. He has now, so he's ruled the goal out for offside.
Disappointment and relief on either side, nothing doing. Now it's Tevez. That is a great pick out. O'Shea. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Reinders. That's a nicely weighted pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Rice. Cole. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Rooney. Tevez. Tevez running with the ball. Oh, it's come loose. Bale just loves to go forward whenever he can. He's in a great position here. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now, this could be a chance. That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, what has happened here? Oh, that looks a cracking ball. There's the shot! They've done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Manchester United go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
And this is Rooney. He shifted it to the flank. Bale. And he's had it nicked away. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Oh, delightful ball. Not the most convincing of passes.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Now it's Cantona. Serves up across. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Just eases him off the ball. That's been cut out, well played.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Foden. It's a searching pass. And he's in on goal. Beckham. There's the whistle for half-time.
Look, the standout moment of the first half was obviously the own goal, but the current scoreline more than makes up for it.
Manchester United head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead.
Our fan club members who are celebrating their birthdays today. Substitution on the field, number 20, Andy Cole.
And the action is
Coming
back
on
underway.
the field is number 21, Omar Mamouche.
Beckham. Tevez can so cleverly bypass the press. And that is out of play. Bale. And this is Marmouche. And here's Cantona. Oh, super find.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Rodri. Ambitious ball here. Rodri kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Cantona. Oh, cracking ball. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Cantona clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Pass is just off to... Oh, terrible pass. Nice interception, well timed. And that's a good-looking ball. Turns back here, probably the best option. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh no, what has happened here? Takes a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Hazard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And it's been taken short. No way through, so back it comes. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And now a sudden chance to counter. Adams makes the interception. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, just skips past his man. Ferdinand. And it's Robertson. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's clever. He's shifting through the gears here. He's in space and looking for options. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Rodri gets across to intercept that. Best. That's a sharp pass. And that is a little undercooked. Foden. Best. Marmouche. Decent chance! Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Number 2.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess...
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Great chance here from position A1.
Number 27, Morgan Rogers.
He's in a good position here. Cross from Robertson.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, that looks a cracking ball. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And this is Tevez.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And it's Reinders. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Chips it through. Well-timed, excellent interception. And here's Tevez. Ferdinand does well to get it back. And they can counter here. Driving forward. Looking for options for movement. He's having a shot! Oh, taken with style. We thought it was over. It's all square once more. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Number 24.
All square again into the dying minute. Oh, he's been caught napping, and he's found a way past. Tries a shot! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Robson, and the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, but do hope it's nothing serious. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Cleared without complication. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Manchester United can look back at this result with... Bye.